Pension auto-enrollment will soon be introduced. This means that all full-time workers over the age of 23 earning more than €20,000 per year must contribute to a pension, and employers must contribute. What are those pension entitlements, and is there independent advice available? The Q Financial Pension Team are experienced in advising both employees and employers of the positive and affordable options available for your situation. Call 091 421 900 or log on to qfinancial.ie.
Q Financial, qfinancial.ie.
Based in Clare, Galway, OMA Financial Services Limited, trading as qfinancial.ie, is an authorised independent pension intermediary regulated by the Central Bank of Ireland.
Every single ticket that's sold, 5% of proceeds from that ticket is going to Jigsaw to help us provide free therapy for young people aged 12 to 25 across Galway City and County who are experiencing difficulty with their mental health.
We redefine your relationship with energy, save you money, and get you on the path to a cleaner, greener future. JFW Renewables, your nationwide solar energy specialists. Call us today for a greener tomorrow.
And you're very welcome here to Gort for the second of the Steel Tech Sheds Galway Intermediate Hurling Championship semi-finals. And I suppose the one thing you'd have to say, if it was anything like the first game, that certainly ended in a welter of excitement. Kinvara have booked their place in the Steel Tech Sheds Intermediate Championship final for 2024. The two teams right now, though, have ideas of their own, and they also are probably saying to themselves, listen, we have a serious chance here. Tynagh Duniry against Carnmore. First on co-commentary this afternoon, Niall Canavan, and I suppose after the excitement of that first game, Niall, we're certainly looking forward to this game as well.
Yeah, it's an intriguing battle. Both sides, the two captains out in the middle of the field there with the referee Noel Quinn prior to the start of the game, but the first game was extremely exciting. Kinvara finishing very, very strongly to win by 123 to 120 in the end. Tynagh Duniry and Carnmore played last year at a quarter-final stage. Tynagh Duniry just about winning it in the end, but they did win it. They got to the county final. I suppose probably disappointed with the performance in last year's county final, but they're back in at the knockout stages again, and they're in the semi-final and probably favourites going into this game. But Carnmore have had a good campaign as well, and were good against Killimer last week in the quarter-final, and while Killimer got 2 goals near the end, I think in fairness Carnmore were the better team on the day.
Right, let's start with that Carnmore then in their traditional red jerseys, the white shorts. 3 changes from the starting team. Mark Grealish is in goal. Ryan Fox at 2, 3 is Enda Collins, and 4 is Kevin Killelea. 2 changes now in the half-back line. Kevin Killelea, the captain, and Aidan Fox are both ruled out through injury. Mark Slevin and Mark Lynn come in for them. Dean Spellman is at 7. The midfield partnership wearing 8 is Cathal Fahey, 9 is Niall Feeney. The half-forward line then is 19 Conor Flaherty, 11 Kieran Fahey, 12 Ronan Killelea, and inside 13 Mark Collins, 14 Thomas Cogley, and 19 is Danny Cummins, or 15 is Danny Cummins. I have 19 in my head because Conor Flaherty is wearing that 19 number, and I would expect that there will be positional changes to that team. Tynagh Duniry then, I suppose the team that were so close last year in last year's intermediate final. I think from the start of the championship they were intent on getting back to the knockout stages. They've got to the semi-final. Their team in goal is Brendan Lynch, number 2 John Whelan, 3 Gary McHugo, and 4 Kevin Maloney. 5 is David Jordan, 6 Paul Killian the captain, and 7 Shane Fitzpatrick. Midfield partnership of Johnny Conroy and Ben Moran. Conroy will captain the team. 10 is Niall Maloney, 11 is Pádraig Breheny, and 12 is Shane Maloney. And the inside line then is Conor Jordan 13, Thomas Murphy 14, and John Dervin 15. It's the team we've been given for Tynagh Duniry. Again, we could expect positional changes there. As we said, Tynagh Duniry, they're in their second semi-final in a row. Their aim is to reach their second final in a row. For Carnmore, they were relegated back in 17. And in that time, in the 7 years since, they've been in 4 quarterfinals now. This is their first semi-final in that period, and they certainly will be delighted to get back to here. We would expect that there would be positional change in the Tynagh Duniry team now from what they've been playing all year.
Yeah. I think there'll be positional changes on both sides. I'm having a sandwich here beside us at the moment as we stand for our on Naveen, but I know Shane Maloney has been playing in the middle of the field for them and played very well in the last round. Conor Flaherty probably at full forward as well for Carnmore as we take the rendition of our on Naveen.
The rendition of Ora on Naveen then, in the lovely setting here of the Gorchie grounds. Noel Quinn, a local man, is the Rachor. The linesmen are Jerry Hurley on this side of the field. The fourth official is Derek Kelly, and Ronan Stankard is the linesman on the far side of the field. So both teams then going into their positions. As Niall has said, we expect some positional switches. The Carnmore men, probably Carnmore weren't expected to overcome Clymer in that quarter-final last Saturday night. It'll be a little bit of a bonus for them, but they'll want to make hay when they're here.
Absolutely, you know, they've got to a good few quarter-finals but weren't able to get over the line. They got over the line last week against Clymer. We know they've won a Junior C title. We know they've won a County Minor title in the past. So a lot of these guys have a good bit of experience over many, many years, and you know, they're in the county semi-final and they'll try to... The aim is to get to the county final. You know, they're a proud club who were senior for a good number of years, came down a few years ago, and you know, for them to get to a county final will be huge. I think Kevin Killay is a huge loss for them as well. You know, Aidan Fox out as well, like, so they're big losses to a Carnmore team, but we'll see how they travel against a Tynagh Duniry team who are probably going in as favourites to this game.
Team Spellman is starting in the middle of the field for Carnmore, but it's Tynagh Duniry. They tried to get the first attack here, but it's intercepted, going back towards his own goal by the Carnmore men, and it's taken there by Cian Fahy. Kieran gets the long ball downfield, then into the two-man full forward line again that caused such damage in Clymer. Danny Cummins gets the first touch ahead of him. He's deemed to have been fouled by Noel Quinn, and it's interesting now that twosome last weekend in the quarter-final. Conor Flaherty staying at the edge of the square, but Danny Cummins was kind of a foil off him, making speedy runs left and right, and it's interesting that the scene that started with those two up top.
Yeah, he just got a touch there and his jersey was just slightly pulled and it's a free in, but obviously they have they're inter-county players, obviously, albeit as we said during the week in football, but and Danny Cummins is his movement will be very, very sharp. I'm sure Tynagh Duniry will try to negate the space inside for himself and Conor Flaherty, but Mark Collins will take the free. He's been a good free taker. His father Declan, of course, was a fair operator on the half-back line for Carnmore in the past as well, but he puts that over the bar. Good start for him and a good start for Carnmore.
Yeah, first free then, the first ball going over the bar from Mark Collins. Always good for the free taker to get the first one. So Mark Collins gets Carnmore into a 1-point no score lead, what breeze whatever it is with Tynagh Duniry in this opening half, as Ryan Fox on the ball, that far side of the field. Ball comes back again into a defensive position, and it's been won by Mark Lynn. Mark Lynn goes up the sideline, gets it inside. Carnmore using the ball cleverly into Thomas Cogley from about 50 metres out. Thomas Cogley striking into the post, and Tom Cogley puts it high, puts it over the bar. And for a team that haven't appeared in a semi-final for quite some period of time, the last time they won the intermediate was back in 1998. Carnmore started well, confidently as well. They lead by 2 points, no score. 2
scoreable opportunities, 2 taken. They lead by 2 points, no score. They've settled well into it, and they'll be happy with their start as Brendan Lynch takes the puck out.
Yeah, Brendan Lynch restored to that Tynagh Duniry goal, of course. Well caught out of the air there. Excellent catch by the wing back. That's Dean Spellman. Good hurler, this guy. A lot of young hurlers on this Carnmore team. He goes long and early into the full forward line. Conor Flaherty out in front, got 6 points from play last week. The sub goalkeeper on the Galway team in the All-Ireland football finals. Conor Flaherty has his first strike at goal, but that one goes to the wrong side of the post and wide. Flaherty, big man in there, Niall, and for the Tynagh Duniry backroom team, Matty Kenny, I'm sure they've been studying Conor Flaherty.
They sure have, and in fairness, great defensive play by Dean Spellman as well. I think he's only 18 years of age in the half-back line. It's his first year playing senior at level for Carnmore, and he's settled well in there, taking a great catch ahead of Ben Moran. But a free into Tynagh Duniry. Shane Maloney out in the middle of the field. He will take the first free, and as you know, a free taker of his capabilities, I know it's in the middle of the field, you'd be saying normally you'd be marking these down.
And as we said at the start, the teams one or two changes. Micheál Power starting at centre back as he has been all year for Tynagh Duniry. So then the man who has such a great Galway career behind him, that's Shane Maloney, standing over this free then. He's about a step inside the halfway line, striking into the road end here in Gort, a lovely pointed venue, as Shane Maloney strikes off the right in towards the post. It's gone high. The umpires are in absolutely no doubt. Shane Maloney puts it over the bar, and Shane Maloney is free taking a huge part of the Tynagh Duniry game. Since he's come onto the team. Right now then the Carnmore goalkeeper Mark Reedish takes his time with the puck out.
Yeah, Mark Lynn was spoke to there by the referee as well, the Carnmore wing back, as that ball goes straight to David Jordan, who's had a good campaign as well for Tynagh Duniry. Yeah,
an experienced man. It goes long up the right hand flank looking for Pádraig Breheny. Pádraig Breheny with the number 11 jersey on his back, but that one beats all comers. It goes out over the end line, and it's the second wide of the day, one apiece. The scoreboard though tells us the important statistic. Carnmore lead by 2 points to 1. Shortish puck out, goes back then to Ryan Fox, and Ryan Fox tries out for the left hand side, goes up the field, but it's taken down comfortably there by Shane Fitzpatrick. Shane Fitzpatrick gets the hand pass out then to he's a cornerback there, that's John Whelan, and Tynagh Duniry coming through the lines. Fitzpatrick, good young underage hurler, of course played at underage for Galway, as Shane Fitzpatrick trays a nice ball in towards Pádraig Breheny. Pádraig Breheny knocked away from him though well, and then the defensive tidying up is done by Mark Slevin, good hurler. Then Carnmore thought about going long. It's with their Kieran Fahey. He has number 11 on his back, but don't mind where he's playing because he's nowhere near the number 11 position, as Carnmore work it out to the lines. Referee Noel Quinn spots an infringement, free out. Coolness by Carnmore, they're working out, and it looks like Conor Flaherty is showing an interest, Niall, in coming back to take this free deep inside his own 65 metre line.
Yeah, and Mark Collins is about to take it. In fairness to Mark Collins, he's a lovely striker
yeah.
of the ball. In fairness to him, Conor Flaherty's come back to the half-back line to take it. Kieran Fahey started well there at the number 11. Of course, you know the Fahey name, well renowned in Carnmore for many years, as Conor Flaherty stands over this free now. He's come a long way back to take it,
and into the slight breeze as well by our reckoning.
Yeah, he must have confidence in the ability. He's going to go short.
He's going to go short, and he tried to pick a ball up. Well worked move off to his wing forward, Ronan Killelea. Ronan Killelea striking, and Ronan Killelea puts it wide. I think it was a little bit of maybe a pre-designed move or whatever to free up Ronan Killelea, but the shot goes wide. Bit of intuitive thinking, perhaps, so we put it down.
I suppose he saw Ronan Killelea unmarked in probably a better position, but unfortunately from his perspective the ball goes wide as Tynagh Duniry come on the attack.
Micheál Power sends a long ball downfield, lovely flick inside to brings it down for to Pádraig Breheny. Pádraig Breheny on the 20 metre line, being forced to go back the field, gets it out then to the man wearing the number 14 jersey is Thomas Murphy, and Thomas Murphy's first shot at goal goes to the wrong side of the post and wide. Pádraig Breheny, always a threat. Niall seems to be pushed forward into that half forward line, indeed inside at times.
Yeah, he's in the corner forward position. As we saw last year, he's probably starting there and used to come out the field a small bit, but they have two experienced campaigners in the middle of the field, Shane Maloney and Paul Killeen. We know Paul probably might have a slight injury, but obviously he's out there in the middle of the field.
He might have a hand injury, He's on that ball. We'll see how he's going to strike this free, as Noel Quinn is insistent that the players clear away from the area where the free has been given. So Paul Kildare, great servant, and of course the year or so that he was away from Tynagh Duniry, they suffered the consequences, didn't they?
Yeah, they sure did, and you know, he's given a good service to them down through the years, and I suppose himself, Paul Killeen and Shane Maloney and Pádraig Breheny have come up through the ranks, the same team essentially. You know, they won a minor championship with Tynagh Duniry together. I think they won an All-Ireland minor championship with Galway together as well. So, you know, they have come up through the ranks together, and they're still the fulcrum of this team as Maloney stands over the free.
So Shane Maloney then, standing this one just inside the Carnmore half of the field. 2 points to 1 Carnmore lead. We've played 6 minutes 22 seconds in the contest so far. So Shane Maloney, we'll never forget that 2015 All-Ireland final, and that our semi-final, I should say, the point he got to get Galway over the line. Maloney struck it well and puts it high, puts it over the bar. Lovely strike by Shane Maloney. He's second of the day. It's an interesting stat as well that Tynagh Duniry yet to concede a goal in this year's championship, which is usually a good sign, Niall, of a team making progress in the championship. If you can stop the goals going in, you're a long way down the road.
You sure are. I'm just looking at the Carnmore attack now. Conor Flaherty's right inside in his own. He comes out in front of his man there. He was being pulled and dragged before the ball came into him. But Carnmore have won this now. But you know, they just have Conor Flaherty inside, and if he doesn't win the ball, you know, they'll be in a bit of bother. But he's won this one. Yeah,
Ryan Fox goes long into him. He wins it. There was a slight slip there, but Conor Flaherty is on the ball for Carnmore. Goes back to Thomas Cogley. Thomas Cogley goes down over the ball. Takes a strong challenge from Paul Kildare, but again recycled by Carnmore. Back the field to Mark Collins, who puts it to the wrong side of the post and wide. Let off there as the player down is Thomas Cogley. Just picks himself up rather gingerly from that hit there. But you would say, Niall, 2 points each, 7.5 minutes in. It's probably, given that Carnmore haven't been here that often, they'll be happy enough to have started on parity.
Yeah, they will, you know, and I suppose it's been it's kind of both teams getting to know each other, Sean, at the early stages of the game. Carnmore got the first 2 points. Tynagh have responded with 2 frees. Probably both sides under pressure in a different way. Carnmore in their first semi-final for a good number of years, and Duniry just about getting away with that one there. Duniry, have been many people saying they're the favourites to win this championship. Maybe it's us in the media that's saying it, and that's probably putting a bit of pressure on them too.
Yeah, Carnmore have turned it over. Brendan Lynch was a pinpoint puck out initially that went over the head of the attempted Carnmore man to stop the Shane Fitzpatrick, but eventually the good work there of Mark Collins sees the ball turned over. Mark Collins will take the free, and a chance for Carnmore to go back into the lead again. 2 points to each. 8 minutes gone in the opening half, as this free nearer the 45 metre line than the 65 metre line, but is practically in front of the goal. Mark Collins taking his time to ensure that every point in the county semi-final usually is a crucial score. Mark Collins striking off the right hand side. The whistle was blown before it even went over the bar, as there was no doubt it was going over the bar. So second score from a free from Mark Collins. Adds the point from Thomas Cogley, gives Carnmore their 3. Warwick Breheny with 2 pointed frees for Tynagh so far. Puck out to this side of the field, broken down. The ball is Carnmore seem to be getting numbers to the breakdown, as Niall Feeney, who started in the half-hour line, back now in that more custom midfield position. A step by the corner back though, and suddenly Johnny Conroy is in on goal against the pass inside to Thomas Murphy. Goal! Thomas Murphy into the back of the net. You cannot dwell on the ball. Ryan Fox was the man that was overturned, and suddenly from a situation where they had started well and looked very confident on the ball coming out, turned over, and Thomas Murphy finished at the back of the net. Good goal by Tynagh.
Yeah, Ryan Fox will be a bit disappointed. He had the ball and he tried to come away with it, and in fairness to Johnny Conroy, came in, took it off him, and Johnny kept going and played a lovely ball into Thomas Murphy, and he scored, puts the ball in there. He's got 1-2 the last time. Murphy, he is a strong man at full forward, and he's brought something different to that Tynagh team this year, and a good goal and a good start for them. 1-2 to 3 points.
Paul Killeen goes to the right corner forward position, looking for Murphy again. He's mobile, he's looking onto the ball now in the 13 corner. His confidence is up, gets a nice ball inside, trying to find John Dervin. John Dervin circles back out the field. John Dervin then on the 30 metre line when he shoots. John Dervin in towards the goal, puts it across the face of the goal and wide. Matty Kenny, the manager, looks out and I think gives an instruction that maybe the next time, John, you come in, feel a little bit, but Tynagh will be delighted to have got the goal. They lead by 1 goal and 2 points to 3 points. 10 minutes in to the opening half then. Mark Grealish goes with the short puck out again, and Carnmore through the full back into Collins work the ball downfield, and again no doubt what they want to do. Ryan Fox on the ball again. This time he overcooks the pass, and Ryan Fox's confidence might be a bit down after that last one, but look, all he has to do is stay going in the contest. Ball goes out over the line ball for Tynagh, and a chance for their midfielder Ben Moran, but he then leaves it for Shane Maloney. The purists will frown, Niall, when defenders work the ball out short, but look, it's the modern game, isn't it? And you can see what Carnmore are trying to do. They're going through the lines at the back to try and get the space in front of Conor Flaherty up at the top end of the field. Yeah, and I suppose any team that runs it through the lines, there's going to be breakdowns, and you're going to have to accept that as part of the game. Paul Killay takes on a point scoring opportunity from out the field, but it goes into the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper does well, Mark Reedish, and he gets the pass out, and Carnmore start building from the back again. Onto that there is the man wearing 11, that's Kieran Fahey. Kieran Fahey, long ball down to the doubly marked Conor Flaherty. Ball is picked up beautifully when it hits the deck by Shane Fitzpatrick. Coming out, looking pacey as he does, comes out, gets the hand pass off then. We felt the shoulder there on Shane Maloney as it goes back to Conor Jordan. Conor Jordan's well blocked down. Good work rate from both teams. Carnmore delighted to have turned back Tynagh in this particular instance. Shane Maloney eventually gets the hand pass off to Paul Killeen. Paul Killeen gets away from his man. Paul Killeen goes down. I think he got a contact with the helmet, and an immediate reaction to contact with the helmet is the stoppage of play. But very noticeable that both teams look comfortable trying to work it through the lines, Niall, and both teams sticking to the game plan. 1-2 to 3 points, Tynagh lead. All the teams that are involved now, they're used to playing a certain way, and you're not going to change it just because you're playing a certain team, because you can't go away from what you believe in or what you're trying to do. As we see Conor Flaherty's come out the field now, by the way. Denny Cummins has gone inside. Carnmore probably just want to try and get vary it a small bit, but get Conor Flaherty into the game a small bit more, in the sense that he's very isolated in there in that full forward line. But Tynagh looks sharp, particularly when they get on the attack. Yeah, Tynagh down on the attack again, bearing down on goal there. Ball breaks down on the 20 metre line. Intercepted. Carnmore get the numbers around. Warwick Breheny tries to steal the ball, but the man that does steal it is Enda Collins, and out comes Enda Collins. The It was John Dervin that was bearing down goal initially. Now Conor Flaherty tries to flick the ball off there to Thomas Cogley. Doesn't quite work. Cogley though does well to overturn the ball again. In there also is Gary McHugo, and eventually comes back to Shane Maloney and puts a little bit of order on things, and Shane Maloney goes up the stand side of the field, but the only man that was reading that was Kieran Fahy, and Kieran Fahy goes infield. Carnmore working with the +1. Eventually Mark Collins, he's turned over though, and onto the ball is Ben Moran. Ben Moran does well. A little bit of after is off the ball there in front of Noel Quinn. And two players stretching the jerseys, 17 and 13 of the two numbers you can quite clearly see.
I'd say Mark Collins and the Tynagh Dairy man, Micheál Power, will probably get a yellow card each, you say, in this situation, Sean.
Yeah. It's certainly brought a little bit of liveliness to the proceedings.
Yeah, there's a bit of pushing and shoving going on now between certain players on both sides, you know. So there is, as this, you know. Peter, see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see what Noel Quinn will do there now in the instance, as he's going in to ensure firstly that nothing gets more untoward. I see Colm Larkin now's there with a hand injury, so he's obviously not going to come in for Tynagh Duniry today. Noel Quinn smiles as he looks around at a number of players there, and maybe he's waiting for the player to come up from the injury.
Speaking to Ronan Killelea there, but it's Mark Collins probably and Micheál Power, I'd say that will be the two initially that will be involved in it, and probably you would think a yellow card apiece.
Yeah. Noel Quinn taking his time. Jerry Hurley is the linesman on this side of the field here, as Micheál Power comes over to stand beside Rachel, and the man that's been given the OK from Brendan Day is the Carnmore man, Mark Collins. So Mark Collins is up on his feet. Also up on his feet is Micheál Power. Noel Quinn walks off and he's bringing Micheál Power with him for a stroll, and then he's calling Mark Collins for a stroll as well. I think they'll get a little lecture, Niall, and maybe take their names, maybe yellow card as you said, and perhaps you'll get their address for a Christmas card come only 2 months down the road. No cards.
So
a talking to, I think they would have called that as,
I thought he'd give one apiece there. Yeah. In fairness, he's given the free now to Tynagh Duniry and to Shane Maloney.
Nearly all his frees have been in this area, so he decides to go short into the corner forward position looking for Pádraig Breheny. Well blocked down there by Kieran Fahy, operating in that defensive role.
Kieran Fahy, in fairness, he's getting onto a lot of ball for Carnmore.
Yeah, he's a good hurler, gets the pass out then, and suddenly Carnmore will throw Ronan Killelea in a little bit of space, going past the 45 metre line. Ronan Killelea wound up from the shot. Dummies it, comes back in field to Niall Feely. Niall Feely gives two lovely dummies, breaking inside the 20 metre line, tries to get it off to Danny Cummins. No free there, so the referee either, as the ball breaks out, and it's won by the wing back there, David Jordan, who is fouled, and that'll be a free out. And I think some of the Carnmore people in front of him just sort of kind of saying they thought they were going to get a free there, but that didn't ensue.
Yeah, Niall Feely did very well initially, and I thought just as he flicked the ball inside to Danny Cummins that he may have been the recipient of a late tackle, but the ref didn't give it. It's going to be a free out, and the free out is to Brendan Lynch, and he's a more than competent goalkeeper.
Absolutely. 1-2, his team have on the board, 3 points to Carnmore as the goalkeeper goes down the far side of the field, very close to the sideline, but kept in by Pádraig Breheny. And suddenly Pádraig Breheny on the 13 metre line gets the pass inside, but lovely intercepted by Mark Slevin. Ball is still alive there at the end line. Carnmore have the numbers around it. Eventually the ball sprays out over the end line, and I think the umpire is going to give the signal for a 65. Yes, going to be a 65. It's been a while since we had a score, Niall.
Yeah, 9 minutes. I think Thomas Murphy got the goal, was the last score about 6 minutes ago or 7 minutes ago, whatever it was. And it's a scoreable opportunity here from the 65 metre free that you would anticipate that Shane Maloney will put over the bar, you would think. Obviously, we're going on his record of being a very, very competent and a very good free taker for many, many years for Tynagh Duniry.
Certainly it seems to be the case, as the 65 will be taken then by Shane Maloney. Very different game than the first game, Niall. The first game
the first game was intense
score for score.
But this is a bit more. There's a bit more.
They're working the ball through the lines. There's +1s in. It's a different type of a game. As Shane Maloney will stand over the 65 then. His team, as we said, leading by 1, 2 to 3 points. The last score was actually the goal that came on the 9th minute of the half. We're nearly at the 17th minute of the half. Shane Maloney taking his time, bending, lifting and striking. The ball, that yellow sliotar heading towards the middle of the goalpost, puts it high, puts it over the bar. 3rd point of the day from Shane Maloney. Interesting that Tynagh Duniry have only got the goal from play. The 3 points have come from the place ball. Carnmore's 2 points, 2 of the 3 points have come from the place ball as well. So it's 1-3 to 3 points. Puck out to the far side of the field. Paul Killeen goes up with Ronan Kildare. The ball sprays back and it's won. That break ball by Johnny Conroy. Gets it off then to David Jordan. David Jordan comes in field. Gets the hand pass off again, and well worked by Niall Maloney and Tynagh Duniry, who come back the field again to Shane Maloney in a little bit of space. Inside his own 65 metre line, driving a long high ball in towards the goal, but that one goes to the wrong side of the post and wide. You can see what Tynagh Duniry are doing this year, trying to get Shane Maloney on more ball.
Yeah, and he's out there in the middle of the field, and if you need at this level, if you get your shooters on the ball and get them into the game, early in the game, it's worth a fortune, and that's what they're trying to do with Shane Maloney. But it's delicately poised, because the goal obviously is the massive difference between the teams in the early stages of this game. We've seen the importance of goals in the championship, and Tynagh Duniry has been a good one so far.
Yeah, Niall Maloney, dangerous ball in there that nearly got a flick. Goalkeeper Mark Reeder was happy enough to let it go wide, but a flick could have caused all kinds of trouble. 1-3 to 3 points, 18 minutes in then, as Mark Reeder gets ready to take the puck out, and he goes short again to his full back into Collins, and into Collins comes out then to his cornerback Paul Fox. Paul Fox changes the point of the attack from the right corner forward as he goes across the field, but is easily intercepted by John Conroy, and Johnny Conroy, striking from inside the 65 metre line, puts it to the wrong side of the post and wide. Tynagh Duniry now have had joy turning over the short puck outs from Carnmore, haven't they?
Yeah, they've had 6 wides as well. I suppose the last few shots they've taken, apart from Maloney's 65, have gone to the wrong side of the post. They'll probably be disappointed enough in that sense, but with 19 minutes gone, that it's a very low scoring game. There's not
tactical kind of a
very,
game,
very tactical game
yeah.
in comparison to the other game, which was very, very open. But it's completely different games. It's good to see the different tactics in operation.
And Collins goes long down the field looking for Conor Flaherty, but they kind of have that avenue. They have 2 and 3s back in front of Conor Flaherty to ensure he doesn't get on the ball. And David Jordan comes out of defence from the 7 wing, plays across to the 13 corner, trying to get Pádraig Breheny on it. Good play by the corner back though, Paul Fox, who not alone stopped the player but was fouled in doing so, and the free out is to Carnmore. And Conor Flaherty again, Niall, goes back to nearly his own 45 metre line to take on this free.
Yeah, he's coming a long way back to take it. I wonder, it'd be just interesting, will there be a runner anywhere maybe to
that's
take
what happened the last time.
That was happened the last time, but it's looking as if he'll probably have to go for a score here. Niall Feeney has gone into towards the full forward line along with
Danny Cummins,
but Tynagh Duniry still have 2 extra players in that defensive unit, and it's going to be very hard for Carnmore to get through there unless Flaherty can put this over the bar.
So Conor Flaherty strikes it in around the danger area. Danny Cummins goes off the ball, breaks back. Carnmore have possession through Collins. He turns onto his left hand side, and Mark Collins puts it over the bar. That's his first score from play. It's gone over the bar. His 3rd point of the contest, and Carnmore will be happy to get that one on the board. 1-3 for Tynagh Duniry, 4 points for Carnmore. I know we have a lot of people asking in relation to the games tomorrow, Niall, in relation to the status of the orange warning, but we haven't received any official confirmation yet about the games tomorrow. As it's Tynagh Duniry that come break through again with Paul Kildare, gets the hand pass off inside to the corner forward John Dervin, who's deemed to have overcarried and freed out. You can see the right hand of Paul Killeen is strapped, Niall. Obviously not right at that hand, but he's such a game guy. He's a huge part of this Tynagh Duniry team and indeed game plan.
In fairness to him, we know he has a hand injury, and it's a fairly significant one at that, and he's shown fair bravery to be out there. In fairness to him, the John Dervin, the corner forward, just to have a judge to have overcarried the ball here, just to see will Carnmore make use of this now as Grealish takes the free.
Goes down to Conor Flaherty, kind of touches it out in front. Niall Feeney does well to go down over, very close to the sideline, spins away beautifully from 2 would-be tackles. Good play by Niall Feeney. Niall Feeney coming in on the 30 metre line. Will he stay going? He will. After him is Shane Fitzpatrick, not team to foul him. The ball is still alive, won by Niall Feeney. He tries to get it away, but he was forced out over the end-line. Good defensive play by Tynagh Duniry, kind of put Niall Feeney nearly down a cul-de-sac, Niall, to make it difficult for him, and ball ends up going wide. Yeah,
Carnmore are short on numbers up front, Sean. They're maybe obviously trying to keep it tight, and they're short on numbers up front when the ball goes up there. So when Niall Feeney got it, there was always going to be 2 or 3 Tynagh Duniry men around him, and in fairness, he did his best, but in fairness, there was so many numbers back there, it was very difficult to get through. Yeah,
Kieran Fahy is there, +1 back at as he steps into that defensive position for the puck out, one over the far side of the field, the free to Carnmore, and 21 minutes in, it's 1-3 to 4 points, 2-point ball game. Low scoring game, tight game, but Declan Welch and his management team will be rather happy enough with the way it started. Marty Kenny I don't think will panic either. Probably a feeling that Tynagh Duniry haven't really been tested so far in the championship. I know that's not It's a big statement to say, but they've cruised to this cup position, haven't they?
They sure have, yes. Ronan Kildare takes the free, but I think both managements will be happy enough. The semi-finals, Sean, as we know, just about getting over the line and getting into the final, and that's what both teams will be trying to do here, and you're trying to stay in the game as long as you can, and that's the way it's looking so far. There's very little between the teams and 2 between them, and as I said, that goal by Thomas Murphy has been a huge bearing in the game so far.
Ben Moran gets a hand pass off. He's under pressure. Good work rate by the men of Carnmore, who turn over the ball, and Ryan Fox out around the opposition 65 metre line. He has 2 in his back, don't mind the jersey. Pass worked out then to Cathal Fahey. Got a point against Carnmore the last day. Cathal Fahey striking in, but it goes to the wrong side of the post and wide. You can hear the oohs and ahs from the crowd. The white tally's nearly higher than the score now.
Yeah, 6 wides for Tynagh, Duniry, 5 for Carnmore. As you said, just about higher than the scores, but Cathal will be a bit disappointed with that one. He put it to the wrong side of the post, but Tynagh Duniry have it worked out here again, and the extra man out the fence, he's out around the half back line, and they're able to ping him every time with those puck outs, and Carnmore needs to push up on that a small bit. Yeah,
the ball worked off then to Niall Maloney. Niall Maloney has time to go on to the left hand side and then goes inside to the 2 men inside. Thomas Murphy goes high, hits the deck, and it tidying up is done by the full back. That's Enda Collins. Comes across then to the +1, who is Kieran Fahey. Kieran Fahey looks upfield, has to use the ball, and he does use the ball. Gets it out to the midfield sector to Cathal Fahey, who turns, gets it into the 2 men again. Conor Flaherty has 2 around him. Ball breaks though, and Danny Cummins shows an interest in this, and suddenly Danny Cummins is in around goal. Danny Cummins flicks the pass out to Conor Flaherty. Good goalkeeping by Brendan Lynch, who's out to deny Conor Flaherty, who tried to finish with the wrists more than getting power on that one, and still Brendan Lynch is going out after the ball. He's won the ball, and out comes Brendan Lynch to the 20 metre line and drives it up the field. Excellent goalkeeping by Brendan Lynch, who's certainly in one of the better keepers in Galway at this intermediate championship. As Ronan Kildare strikes from inside his own half of the field, but this one goes to the wrong side of the post and wide. But Brendan Lynch was alert there to Conor Flaherty's attempted wristy goal finish. Yeah,
Danny Cummins probably should have struck it himself, Sean. He was at a perfect angle. He tried to play it inside to Conor Flaherty, and the ball was looping across to Conor Flaherty. He just made it more difficult for him. But in fairness to Brendan Lynch, he came out and smothered it. But it was a goal chance for Carnmore. They'll regret and they'll be disappointed not to take it.
John Whelan, Gary McHugh, Shane Fitzpatrick are at 3 on Conor Flaherty and Danny Cummins, a 3-on-2 at that end of the field. Meanwhile, down at the other end of the field, Paul Kildare strikes from the 45 metre line. That's a lovely strike for a man, as we say, that's shown bravery to play the contest. Puts it high, puts it over the bar. Good score by Tynagh Duniry. What could have been a goal at one end for Carnmore is a point for Tynagh Duniry, and it's a 3-point lead, 1-4 to 4 points.
Yeah, great score by Paul Killeen. In fairness to him, broke onto the ball, and he's a very good striker of the ball, as we know, and made the space for himself and took it brilliantly. 1-4 to 4, as you say, Sean.
Niall Feeney goes up with the hand to try and win that puck out. Cathal Fahey is in there as well. Good defensive play though by Kevin Maloney initially for Tynagh Duniry. Ball goes into the ruck situation, and Noel Quinn blows that whistle to indicate that he's going to throw it in just inside the 65 metre line. Ball in the hand of the Garta official. 1 goal and 4 points for Tynagh Duniry, 4 points for Carnmore. We played nearly 25 minutes of the opening half of the second of the Steel Tech Sheds Intermediate Hurling Championship semi-finals. In goes the throw-in, and won by the man that was at the back of it. That's Kevin Maloney. Gets the pass out. Will it stay in the field of play? It was kept in the field of play by Niall Maloney's touch. Gets it in there towards Johnny Conroy. Again, Carnmore fighting hard on that break ball, and there's a man gone down there, Ronan Kildare. What seemed to be, was it a wild swing, Niall?
Yeah, it looked like a wild swing. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there in that instance.
Was it an intent to strike the Carnmore man? But he's on the ground, and it's been interesting to see what happens here now.
Ronan Kildare has ended up on the ground at any rate. Noel Quinn is in there instantly. Now, in fairness to both sets of players, there wasn't much of a reaction.
Yeah, he was behind the play, so to speak, and maybe I didn't really see it actually.
Yeah.
Maybe some guy tried to pull, and all of a sudden he just
he's
connected
back on his feet, and that's good to see.
With Ronan Kildare, but it's a free to Carnmore all the same.
Yeah, it's free to Carnmore, yeah. So no action taken, and in fairness, the players haven't reacted to no action being taken, so that kind of tells his own story. As Collins goes across the field with, I think it was a free that he couldn't shoot for goal with. He goes across to Danny Cummins. Danny Cummins comes into Niall Feeney. Niall Feeney looks for support. He gets the support from Dean Spellman. Spellman goes back to Niall Feeney. Niall Feeney striking from outside the 45 metre line, and it just goes to the wrong side of the post and wide. 1-4 for Tynagh Duniry, 4 points for Carnmore. Intricate build-up, you'd have to say, there from Carnmore.
Yeah, they couldn't go for the score directly, and it worked back to Niall Feeney. He'll be disappointed not to score, but they have 7 wides. But going back to that incident, it looked from my vantage point anyway, Sean, there was 5 or 6 players in around an area, and the Ronan Kildare was just outside it, and someone maybe just attempted to pull in the ball and connected with Ronan Kildare. But Carnmore coming out of defence, but a poor ball across the defence there, and they're going to be overturned.
It's a turnover ball that Johnny Conroy makes hay, and Johnny Conroy puts it high and puts it over the bar. So Johnny Conroy gets the point, and as I was saying, if you look at some of the Tynagh and Duniry scores, they come from breakdowns in the way Carnmore are coming out. We're hearing that the games are off tomorrow, following on from the previous communication from Galway GA and factoring in the Met-Éireann weather status alert orange warning issued for Galway. The Brooks Senior Hurling Championship semi-finals have been refixed for next Saturday, this day week, the 26th in Kenny Park in Athenry. The revised fixture list will go out to clubs in due course, but the games are off tomorrow as we expected because of that orange weather warning. That's a great strike from out the field, and Tynagh Abbey Duniry extend the lead, and the man to score that is Niall Maloney. Good point by Niall Maloney. And suddenly, in the flash of an eye, 2 or 3 quick-fire points puts it 1-6 to 4 points again. The sharp hook out from Mark Grealish, that nearly went astray again to Mark Slevin.
Like, there's 28 minutes gone here. It's 1-6 to 4 points at this stage. There's 5 between them, but Carnmore have been guilty of at least giving a goal and a point away from poor defensive plays, and I suppose while Tynagh Duniry may have got that 5-point lead, Carnmore will be disappointed that some of the scores they've conceded will be when they'll be looking at them again, they'll be saying we shouldn't have conceded those ones.
Yeah, certainly will. So just a reminder that all club GA games fixed for Galway tomorrow are off, as Pádraig Breheny gets on the end of a 3-man move, gets the shot away. That's a lovely score by Shane Maloney, his 4th point of the day, his first from play. Lovely score, and Tynagh Duniry build a lead now of 1-7 to 4 points. Well worked score, confident play, and as you said, Niall, getting a shooter like Maloney at the end of the move, he pops it.
Yeah, he pops it, and and he's out there in the middle of the field, and he's probably in the game a bit more than maybe he would be if he was in the corner forward position, and he's dictating a lot of the play out there as well, and he looks really, really sharp, and a great score by him, and he's on it again now, back in his own half-back line.
He is. From the pass from James Fitzpatrick, Maloney striking from inside his own 65-metre line, puts it high, puts it over the bar. Does Shane Maloney his 5th point of the contest, but more importantly the last 2 from huge distances from play Niall out the field. And now when you look at the board in a tight game, 1-8 to 4 points is suddenly a big lead for Tynagh Duniry.
Yeah, they've got the last 5 points. It was 1-3 to 4 points, and then on 24 minutes Tynagh Duniry got a score. They've got 5 points in a row, and all of a sudden they have built that lead 1-8 to 4 points. Carnmore have a free now here. Be interesting to see who's going to take it. It's been brought forward, so it's fairly scoreable now as well, and Mark Collins will take it. They need to score,
yeah, they need
just
to score,
set themselves into it, don't they? They've got 4 points, 3 from Mark Collins and 1 from Tomas Cogley so far, and Collins just needs to point this just to get them back into it. Their last score was on 20 minutes.
And it was at that stage 1-3 to 4 points, whereas this score is needed to make it 1-8 to 5 points. So therein we can see the swing in the game. So Mark Collins standing over this one then, taking his time outside the 45-metre line. Mark Collins striking, the umpires are happy, and he puts it over the bar. He's hit 3 frees and 1 from play. Thomas Cogley's got the other point from play, so it's 2 points from play from Carnmore in the opening 30 minutes so far. Now probably that's something they need to work on. 1-8 to 5 points, Tynagh Duniry lead.
Yeah, we're going to have 2 minutes additional time, I think, Sean, as well as 1-8 to 5 points. And I suppose from Carnmore's perspective, they won't want to concede now again before half time, maybe to get a point themselves, to get themselves back into this. And the other way then, obviously, if Tynagh Duniry could get maybe a couple of more points to stretch further in front, they'd be saying we're nearly in the final. But still a long way to go here. It'd be interesting to see what happens in the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, Dean Spellman, as Carnmore worked the ball out of defence again, and Cooley worked the ball across to the far side of the field where Mark Lynn is on the ball. He goes up to the 65-metre line, gets the pass inside then to Thomas Cogley. Thomas Cogley is going to shoot from where the 45-metre line meets the sideline. Out comes Brendan Lynch, looks very confident in goal. He had to deal with that because Danny Cummins had actually gone inside him, and out came Brendan Lynch then with the high ball, gets it off to David Jordan, and suddenly 3 hand passes, and Tynagh Duniry are out to the midfield sector where Niall Maloney tries to play it inside to Johnny Conroy. Johnny Conroy is fouled, and that's going to be free into to Tynagh Duniry again. Just to give you that statement again, following on from our previous communication, this is from Galway GA, and factoring the Met-Éireann weather status orange alert issued for Storm Ashley on Sunday, Galway GA CCC confirmed that all club fixtures scheduled for tomorrow are now postponed. The semi-finals, as we know, of the Senior Hurling Championship will be now played this day week, the 26th, in Kenny Park in Athenry, and we now know that the final will also go back a week to November the 10th. Storm Ashley. God, we're having a lot of storms now, aren't we?
We sure are, yeah.
All Ireland Club final, we had a red alert, hadn't we? That game was played in Grove Park at the start of the year.
Place, yeah.
Didn't stop Thomas's.
No, didn't stop us coming down in it either.
No,
that was the problem.
We came down fairly lively, but anyway.
We came down fairly lively. We see there's a sub here for Tynagh. Johnny Conroy's just got a blood injury there, and into the team comes is it Conor Jordan is coming in just as the temporary blood sub for Johnny Conroy.
Good hurler as well.
Yeah, as it's going to be a free to Shane Maloney. Mark was it?
I think there's another blood injury here as well, yeah, for Ryan Fox.
Carnmore for Ryan Fox as well. But Shane Maloney has the free here to put Tynagh 7 points up. The 2 minutes additional time have been played. Carnmore bringing on a sub obviously as well. It looks as if Aidan Greedish is going to come in for the last couple of minutes, the last couple of seconds of the first half.
And 7 points in this type of a game is a big lead now, isn't it? In a lower scoring game.
Yeah, the goal was a huge score, and of course the one that Carnmore didn't get on 23 minutes, that was saved by Brendan Lynch. That would have brought it back, and I think it would have put them in front at that stage. Yeah. But since then, Tynagh have upped it big time.
This one dropping deep, well dealt with by the goalkeeper. Greedish gets a bat on it straight out to Kieran Fahy. I wonder, will Carnmore change tactics in the second half now? Will Kieran Fahy push up? But that's for another day. Onto the field comes a man that was very influential last week. That was Aidan Greedish. Got 3 points off the bench against Carnmore and Athenry. Again, a stalemate situation. Tynagh do well to get the numbers around this one. Carnmore keeping it alive as well. And the wall is won by Shane Maloney. He's been on a lot of ball. Hand pass by Micheál Power, and suddenly Niall Maloney is going to the centre forward channel where he's well blocked by Cathal Fahy. Ball comes back. Carnmore keeping the game very, very tight in that area. Again, two players vying for the hurley at the far end of the field, getting to know each other. The referee deemed that there was a foul there coming out. One of the senior Abbey players actually went down, I think, after he awarded the free. Then there's a hurley thrown, but anyway. Now, he has played 3 minutes and 22 seconds of the 2 minutes. A hurler flung down the far end of the field. I'm not quite sure which team it belongs to.
Yeah, I think it belongs to a Tynagh man, but I think there's a Tynagh man on this side of the field through a Carnmore hurley away. The referee probably just was well off now.
I think it's Micheál Power
to blow for half time, and if the teams get in,
it wouldn't be a Tynagh game without Micheál Power getting a bit of attention from the medic in some description or other.
He's a good player.
He's a game young lad.
Yeah, in fairness, he puts
his
positioning
at centre back is interesting as well, Niall, isn't it?
Yeah, he played as wing forward and midfield last year. It was a huge loss in the county final last year. He
went
injured early in that game. But he's playing at centre half back this year. He's a guy with serious potential. But we're come up to half time here. You just hope nobody does anything untoward now in the last couple of seconds before half time.
Yeah, Ronan Kildare takes this free back inside his own half of the field, goes for Aidan Greedish out there in the left corner forward position. Aidan Greedish gets away from the corner back. That's Kevin Malone. It's a dangerous ball. Conor Flaherty was in around the house, but again Brendan Lynch gets the touch. He's been very sure, particularly when the ball is in the air, coming across his goal line. And a free out. We're playing a lot of injury time here, Niall, for the 2 minutes. We played double it. And there goes the whistle for the half-time interval. So you'd have to say, Niall, that at half-time, a 1-8 to 5 point lead, a 6 point lead for Tynagh, and probably deserved, particularly in the latter stages of that opening half.
Yeah, they probably deserve it, in fairness. And they got the goal early on. In fairness, Carnmore had their chance to get a goal, didn't take it, and all of a sudden Tynagh have built a good lead going up to half time. Shane Maloney has been prominent, obviously, and has played well there in the middle of the field. And if you give him scoreable opportunity with nobody around him, he's going to score because he has that capability to do so. We see the Carnmore management are having a word there as well, going in at half time, and I'm sure the Tynagh guys will bite the same at the other end of the field as well. But it's a half time. Tynagh probably showing a small bit more experience than Carnmore. The lead by 6 at half time, but delicately enough poised. The goal is the one, the difference between the sides really, from Thomas Murphy about 15 minutes into the game.
Certainly will do. That's it then here from Gart at half time. It's 1-8 for Tynagh, 5 points for Carnmore.
QFinancial.ie got the price and advice for me.
Pension auto-enrolment will soon be introduced. This means that all full-time workers over the age of 23 earning more than €20,000 per year must contribute to a pension, and employers must contribute. What are those pension entitlements, and is there independent advice available? The Q Financial Pension Team are experienced in advising both employees and employers of the positive and affordable options available for your situation. Call 091 421 900 or log on to qfinancial.ie.
Q Financial, QFinancial.ie.
Based in Clare, Galway, OMA Financial Services Limited, trading as qfinancial.ie, is an authorised independent pension intermediary regulated by the Central Bank of Ireland.
every single ticket that's sold, 5% of proceeds from that ticket is going to Jigsaw to help us provide free therapy for young people aged 12 to 25 across Galway City and County who are experiencing difficulty with their mental health.
But Mark Collins will take the free. He's been a good free taker. His father Declan, of course, was a fair operator on the half-back.
Goes up the sideline, gets it inside. Carnmore using the ball cleverly into Thomas Cogley from about 50 metres out. Thomas Cogley striking into the post at the halfway line, striking into the road end here in Gort. A lovely pointed venue as Shane Maloney strikes off the right in towards the post. Our semi-final, I should say, the point he got to get Galway over the line. Maloney struck it well and puts it semi-final. Usually is a crucial score. Mark Collins striking off the right hand side. The whistle at the 17th minute of the half. Shane Maloney taking his time, bending, lifting and striking the ball at yellow slither heading towards the middle of the goalpost. Breaks back. Carnmore have possession through Collins. He turns onto his left hand side and Conor Flaherty and Danny Cummins, a 3-on-2 at that end of the field. Meanwhile down at the other end of the field, Paul Kildare strikes from the 45 metre line. That's a lovely strike.
It's
a turnover ball at Johnny Conroy makes hay, and Johnny Conroy pubs in due course, but the games are off tomorrow as we expected because of that orange weather warning. That's a great strike from GA. Game is fixed for Galway tomorrow are off as Pádraig Breheny gets on the end of a 3-man move, gets the shot away. That's a lovely
great score by him, and he's on it again now back in his own half-back line.
He is, from the pass from Seamus Fitzpatrick. Maloney striking from inside his own, taking his time outside the 45 metre line. Mark Collins striking, the umpires are happy, and he
We redefine your relationship with energy, save you money, and get you on the path to a cleaner, greener future. JFW Renewables, your nationwide solar energy specialists. Call us today for a greener tomorrow.
And you're welcome back here to Gort, where the scene is set for the second half of the Steel Tech Sheds Galway County Intermediate Championship semi-final. We already know that Kinvara are into the county final, which we played in 2 weeks, and we're about to find out over the next half an hour who's going to join them. I could be smart and say here I see that the Gort Club have turned on the lights in the stand, Niall. Not the lights out in the field, but I think, in fairness to the Gort Club, certainly a well-organised event. They're staging the 2 semi-finals here today, and everything has gone to plan.
Yeah, and in fairness, when you look around here, isn't it a credit to the club? Like, when you have a beautiful stand where we are, press facilities, you have terrace the far side, you have a wonderful pitch, a big wide pitch as well, and it's a fantastic place. And if you look to my right, you have 2 more fields as well, and 2 more pitches. Like, in fairness, when they made this purchase in the 1990s, it was a good purchase to make, in fairness, and they've made full use of it. It's a fantastic facility, and they deserve credit for being able to, as a club pitch, to have facilities like these and to be able to host these venues and host these games. And we've had 2 different type of games, Sean, I suppose, in one sense. The first game was very, very open. It was end-to-end stuff and scores left, right and centre. This is very much a different tactical sort of a battle, really, between 2 teams who are going about it in a different way. But again, a winning way is what both teams will be looking for as Carnmore come out onto the field. Kevin Killelea is in for Carnmore, by the way. He's led them out onto the field. He's a big help to them. He's a series operator. He's onto the Carnmore team. It'll be interesting to see have they made any other subs, but they're out on the field.
Grealish looks like he's in full time as well.
He's in as well, yeah. And in fairness, like, he made a big difference last time out. But they need to get a couple of early scores now, because Tynagh Duniry have built that lead. Shane Maloney looks, in fairness, in great form for Tynagh Duniry in that first half. I think he ended up was at 5 points he got in the first half from play and from frees, and has looked really, really sharp for them. Yeah, 5 points, 3 from frees, 2 from play. Kevin Killelea just had a big addition. Aidan Grealish is also going into that full forward line. Tactically, it'll be interesting to see what both teams will do now, Niall. The breeze in the second half of whatever advantage it is will be to Carnmore. So, from a Carnmore viewpoint, they've arrived in a county semi-final, Niall. For large stages in the opening half, they were very much in the game. Got a little bit away from them late on, you'd have to say. But, 6 points. It's a big lead in this kind of a low-scoring game, but I'm sure they will be of the mindset, let's get out, let's get a few early scores on the board and work ourselves back into the contest. Yeah, I think they'll have to, and we saw their management were out on the field for at least 6 or 7 minutes at half-time, a long time, so the players would have been in there, on their own and going through various different permutations from their own viewpoint and trying to get themselves going. But Tynagh Duniry back on it. But Carnmore need a couple of early scores. They probably need to push on a bit as well. They had one really good goal chance when Danny Cummins got through and laid the ball across to Conor Flaherty. Probably should have gone for the score himself, Danny, and if that had gone in, it would have put them in front. But Tynagh Duniry then up the ante and got 5 in a row and have stretched 6 in front at half time. Paul Killeen and Pádraig Breheny are the midfielders as the teams get ready. Oh, 1 or 2 things in that opening half as well, I'd say, Niall, that were a little bit untoward or whatever, as Tynagh Duniry get on the first ball. Shane Maloney runs into a tackle or 2 but loses the ball, and it's Carnmore, they're back on the ball then, and they work the ball upfield. Onto the ball now is Mark Lynn. The shot in towards the goal that goes to the wrong side of the post and wide. Yeah, there was 1 or 2 incidents that maybe could have been dealt with a bit stricter, in fairness. But you just, as I said, coming up to half time, you just hope no player would do anything silly now, because if you're sent off on anything like today, you're out for a county final, and it's a big punishment. Yeah, huge punishment. Johnny Conroy has the number 33 jersey on him for the second half, as Carnmore try to keep the ball alive. Again, they commit the numbers to the breakdown this instance, and eventually the tidying up is done there by Mark Lynn. Mark Lynn then well blocked down though. Good play equally by the men of Tynagh Duniry. John Dervin is in around the house there again. Niall Maloney does well to eke out the hard ball. David Jordan couldn't quite get the swing on it. Niall Power breaks away from him, goes back to Cathal Fahey, and Cathal Fahey tidying the play up, going to Kieran Fahey, and Kieran Fahey goes long into the space where Danny Cummins wants to take on here John Whelan. Danny Cummins though beaten to the ball. Good defensive play by John Whelan, got his body over the ball to ensure that Danny or the ball weren't going anywhere. In comes Paul Killelea then to try and tidy it up. The man that really gets the ball into his hand is Shane Fitzpatrick. Hand pass to Maloney, and Maloney gets it out then to Micheál Power, and Micheál Power looking upfield then and sends a long ball down to his half forward line.
ball breaks away from what looked like to be a controlling situation for Carnmore, but eventually their full back there, that's Enda Collins, gets on the ball, gets it out then to Kevin Killay, his first touch since coming into the game. Long high ball by Kevin Killay and around the house again. Brendan Lynch does very well to that high ball, bats it out. Back to deal with it is Paul Killeen, put under pressure though from Aidan Grealish. Ball still alive. Carnmore have managed to keep the ball alive. Rook situation eventually won again by the Carnmore man there, Mark Lane. The ball comes out. Mark Lane though loses it, and Tynagh Duniry get control on it through Shane Maloney, bounces it off the surface, and luckily it comes back up to him, sign of a good pitch as Maloney tries to get the ball inside. He was half blocked down. In comes the referee. The sponsors and an holding infringement, and that will be a free to Carnmore.
Yeah, free to Carnmore. You said a sign of a good pitch. I thought you were going to say sign of a good hurler there.
Well,
both.
I'd add both, yes.
Both.
Well, to have the wherewithal to do that, he knew he was going to overcarry. And in a tight surrounding, as Jeremy Cox gives us an old bag of sweets there. I was watching Jeremy during the week, would you believe, for Kiltormer on YouTube. Don't tell me how it came up on the telly at home. Jeremy Cox, and he was looking very fit. He's now throwing the sweets up, and John Murphy, our cameraman, has nearly gone away with the bag of sweets. I don't know what we'll do with the Headford lads at all.
Yeah, well, he's a long time. He's here very early in the morning in comparison to Sean.
He is, in fairness. Yeah, we'll have to mind John Murray. He's looking fit. There's no doubt.
Well, he went for a walk around the grounds here in Gort as well early in the day. As the
you're missing nothing on the field of play, by the way, because there's just some running repairs there to Paul Killeen.
Yeah, Mark Collins is a free for Carnmore though. Vital free, Sean.
Yeah, just to kick-start them.
Just to kick-start them. They got the last point, I think, before half-time as well from Collins, and they just need a score now just to bring it back to a 5-point ball game, as you said, to kick-start them into the second half.
So Mark Collins then, just outside the 65-metre line, striking it. It's on its way, but it goes to the wrong side of the post. Wide, you can hear the oohs and the ahs in the crowd.
9 wides, Sean. You know,
it's a lot of wides in this game, man.
A lot of wides in a fairly low-scoring game in many ways.
So Brendan Lynch then, he's looked very confident in goal. Goes to the right half forward position. Carnmore through Kieran Fahey, bring the ball to the deck, didn't quite bring it with him though, and that allows John Dervin to get on the ball. He's been busy. Goes back then to David Jordan. David Jordan off the left hand side opens up play a little bit, going across to Thomas Murphy, the goal scorer in this contest, having a fair old battle there with Enda Collins. Niall Feeney goes back to give him a hand. Collins does well for Carnmore though, wins the ball and has the ball in his hand on the 45-metre line, and that will be a free out. 1-5 to 8 points, 1-8 to 5 points. Still waiting the first score of the second half. 4 minutes in.
Yeah, Enda Collins playing well for Carnmore, must be said. You know, Thomas Murphy got the goal, but in fairness, he's playing well as Conor Flaherty's on the ball. Yeah,
free from Kevin Killay down to Conor Flaherty on the 20-metre line. Goal. Brendan Lynch takes it down. I think he took Danny Commons on ball and all in that instance, which he had to do. But if there was a Carnmore forward alert, there could have been a goal chance there. As Conor Flaherty took on a difficult score, just dropped short. Carnmore come again through the lines. Ronan Killay had Cathal Fahey outside, but this time he goes long again in towards Conor Flaherty, tries to whoosh his man off it. Initially he's deemed to have been fouled in there. I think Gary McHugo, or Jerry McHugo is Gary McHugo to be correct, is the full-back, and they're kind of doubling up on Conor Flaherty, Niall, which you have to do given his impact the last day. They will say that by the 35th minute of the second half that Flaherty hasn't scored, so that job is working.
Yeah, it sure is, and I suppose Carnmore making it slightly easier for them when they said that they're withdrawing players out of defence, but in fairness, a long high ball went in there and Danny Cummins is up. He seemed to be getting an injury there when he went in to challenge Brendan Lynch. In fairness, Brendan Lynch, by the way, is an All-Ireland triple jump champion, you know, and he's very alert in the goals there. He's, you know, in fairness to him, he's very good at coming out and has been very sharp so far for Tynagh Duniry. As Carnmore eventually get the score from Mark Collins.
Yeah, Mark Collins, first score of the second half, brings the margin from 6 to 5. As the men of Tynagh Duniry go to the bench, and Conor Jordan comes in. He came in as a blood sub earlier on the half, and looks like Thomas Murphy is the man that's been called ashore. So Thomas Murphy with the goal has been taken off, and it'll be a change. Conor Jordan would be a pacey type of player in there now, but Thomas Murphy had done well.
Yeah, he did well. He got the goal, and that's the significant difference, as we said, between the sides. 1-8 to 6 points, 6 minutes into the second half, and you know, he'll be happy with his contribution, and I'm sure he'll be hoping to be lining out in the county final in a few weeks' time, but there's a long way to go yet.
Certainly is. John Conroy tries to get on the ball. He's tripped, surely. Yeah, no, that's going to be a free in and a chance for Tynagh Duniry to extend the lead out. 36 minutes gone in the contest. 1-8 to 6 points. Been a slow burning second half night, hasn't it?
It has been so far, yeah, and you know, and the only point scored so far has come from Mark Collins from a free, but a scoring opportunity for Shane Maloney. You would anticipate he will be able to put it between the posts. He's got 5 points so far. This should be 6 for him now.
So then Shane Maloney taking his time. It's probably one of the frees that he's been closest to goal in the contest so far. Halfway between the 65 and 45 metre line. The old golf club, of course, here in Gort. As he gets ready to strike, puts it high and puts it over the bar. Good score for the men of Tynagh Duniry. That goes over the bar, so it's his 6th point of the contest and stretches out that lead again to 6 points. Ball alive in the middle third. Ball breaks. Won then by Shane Fitzpatrick. Shane Fitzpatrick gets it upfield, intercepted though. Carnmore on the ball, coming out of defence. 1-9 to 6 points now is the score line. As Aidan Greedish as well to win that hard ball goes back. Can Carnmore build a foul again given away by Tynagh Duniry, and that will be a free and a chance for Carnmore to bring it back to a 5-point ball game again. Conor Flaherty shows interest again in this one. He will come out as I think Noel Quinn goes to the little black book. And the yellow card is given.
Yeah, Shane Fitzpatrick picking up the yellow card there for just a slap on Mark Collins, but as Conor Flaherty will take this now. He's a long way from his goal, but I suppose Carnmore need to get him into the game, need to get him onto the ball. He's in the full forward line. Do you bring him out now, similar to Shane Maloney, out around the middle of the field, in the sense that he'd get a lot of space out there, a lot more space than he's getting inside?
Certainly is, as Conor Flaherty takes the free and Conor Flaherty pops it. That's his first score of the contest. He puts it high and over the bar. Mentioning his alma mater, Bournemore National School, I think they have a big cookery demonstration night coming up, if I'm informed correctly. I think Doreen Allen is going to be or Rachel Allen is going to be in the house, so the cooking demonstration for Bournemore National School. You can get your tickets on Eventbrite. Also mentioning upcoming events, we know that our Drahan are having their big fundraising Heifers raffle. That's been extended out to the 9th of November. So anyone from our Drahan that wants to purchase for the 2 Heifers or 5,000 in cash, go to any member of the Ardrahan, Camogie or Hurling clubs. There's a little bit of controversy in that line ball now.
Yeah, there is, and it's going to be given to Carnmore. In fairness, it was given to Tynagh Duniry by the linesman, but the referee Noel Quinn has overruled him, so it's going to be a line ball to Carnmore. You're not going to see Doreen Allen yourself and learn a bit of cooking or anything,
Well, your
former alma mater, Bournemore National School.
Well, if you go, I'll go. I'll put it to you like that.
It's
right?
my alma mater too, of course.
I know.
So anyway,
your cooking will be better than mine, though, I'd say, in fairness.
God, I don't know about that. Anyway,
Ronan Killilea takes the line ball, doesn't go that far. Shane Fitzpatrick gets it into his hand, and it came out of his hand, goes out over the line. Niall, I'm going to say something. 39 minutes in the second half. This is a real semi-final, isn't it, in terms of there's a bit of tension around. The margin is 5 points. Tynagh Duniry look in control, but none of the two teams are at their optimum right now as Conor Flaherty gets onto that high ball in around the square, gets away from McHugo. Conor Flaherty bends it over the bar. Lovely score by Conor Flaherty, his first fun play. He's an undoubted threat in there, Niall. If they can get enough ball into him, he's a man that can get on the scoreboard. We're down to 1-9 to 8 points.
A really good score by Conor Flaherty. He's a brilliant sideline cut inside, back to 4 points here, but there's not a lot between them. As you said, it's a real semi-final. There's a free into Carnmore here. Great pressure being put on. This should be back to a 3-point ball game, and these semi-finals, as we keep saying, it's just about getting over the line. It doesn't matter how you get there.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter how you get there, so long as you get there. And it's going to be another chance here for Conor Flaherty. And that free that he took from out here is sort of brought him into the game. He got the last score in from play, and he's another scoreable opportunity here. If he puts this over the bar, suddenly we're down to a 3-point ball game. Shane Farrell is coming in for Tynagh Duniry, by the way, as well, and a scoreable opportunity here with 40 minutes gone. You should anticipate he'd put it between the posts.
Yeah, and it could be back to a 3-point ball game. So Conor Flaherty, from going from a position, I said was on 35 minutes where he hadn't scored, he's about to get his 3rd point in the last 5 minutes, and he puts it high, he puts it over the bar. Conor Flaherty, Galway football panelist, of course, sub-goalie with Galway this year, as Shane Farrell comes into the contest for Tynagh Duniry. There's a man here talking about, Niall, your cooking, that I think he's looking for a big day out. Maybe he's wondering, is there anything news in the air or anything like that, but I leave that one to you.
For cooking,
there's people listening to us. I'll put it to you like that. As Shane Maloney gets onto the ball in the midfield sector. Tynagh just need to get a score back now. It's 198 points. Well gathered back there by Kevin Killelea, who's a big help to Carnmore. Gets it off to Niall Feeney. Niall Feeney in the half back line then comes out to the midfield sector. Nearly spilled initially by Carnmore, but they get the ball back to Ronan Killelea. Ball came back to him from Mark Collins, and Ronan Killelea goes long into the two men. Danny Commons comes off him. Noticeable that Tynagh Duniry committing the numbers back there. Defender goes down, and the referee has spotted an infringement.
I think it's 1-9 to 9 points actually, Sean. The scoreboard is wrong. I think Carnmore have 9 points on the board.
Yeah, so it's 1-9 to 9 points. That's what I was thinking as well. There's only 3 points between them, and the referee going in there to see what happened to the Tynagh Duniry man. Either way, it's going to be a free out for Tynagh Duniry, and just a little bit of pressure being ratcheted up by Carnmore, isn't there?
There is a small bit, yeah. It'll be interesting to see how Tynagh Duniry respond to that now. They're going to the bench again, by the way. I think Paul Flynn is about to see action as well. Probably come into the Tynagh Duniry defence, but there's a player down injured. Maybe it's just a precaution in many ways, but it's a free out to Tynagh Duniry. They probably need a score now at this stage. 3 between them, 1-9 to 9 points. Delicately poised now, the goal. Thomas Murphy's goal has been a big score, Sean, in this game, and you know it is the difference between them so far. He took it really, really well. Carnmore, by the way, going to the bench as well.
Yeah.
Number 22, Sean Killelea, will soon
another good young hurler, yeah. Brendan Lynch then. Tynagh Duniry, from their viewpoint, Niall, you know, they've been the team that's been talked about right from the start of this intermediate championship. These are the kind of clutch moments they need to get through, aren't they?
Yeah, and again, it's just about getting over the line.
Yeah.
Whoever gets over the line, you know, that's what you need to do. And you know, they're still in front here. It's not that they're behind or anything, and one score could ignite them again.
Yeah, Aidan Greedish, just 3 points between them. Aidan Greedish in the half forward line gets the pass off to Niall Feeney. Niall Feeney goes through 2 would-be tackles, wins the free. You talked about it last week, Niall Feeney. I think he's eligible for under 20 next year. Good young hurler.
A good young hurler, yeah, from the Mullahutra area. His next door, his neighbour from across the road, Conor Flaherty's coming out to take the free now.
Yep.
Again, a long way out, and if this can go over the bar, you know, you're back to 2-point ball game.
And like last week at stage, particularly in the opening half, Carnmore, you know, looks to be well ahead of Carnmore, and Carnmore didn't give up the cause. Sean Killelea comes in now, another noted forward. Again for Matty Kenny right now. I see himself and Liam Hodgins deep in conversation right there a few minutes ago. They just need to close the door here. 1-9 to 9 points. 3 points Tynagh Duniry lead. We played 43-43 in the second half.
Danny Cummins, the man to come off, by the way, for Sean Killelea.
Okay. As Conor Flaherty's free goes to the wrong side of the post and wide. That could be a let-off. Still plenty of time in the contest.
Yeah, 10 wides for Carnmore now.
Yeah.
They'll be disappointed with that.
Tynagh have hit what? 6?
6, yeah.
As Brendan Lynch goes longer with this puck out down to the half forward line. Maloney goes. Johnny Conroy tries to get onto a ball, breaks. Thomas Cogley is trying to run it. This ball absolutely crucial is the impression you have as players on both sides trying to get down over, and the man that does well to win it is Niall Maloney. Gets it out then to Kevin. So the Maloney's combining to do well on that last play. He gets it inside. Anyone from the full forward line alert as Mark Collins comes across. He ends up on the deck. Again the ball breaks out and suddenly Ben Moran is nearly away. There was nearly an instance there where Tynagh Duniry were inside, but Ronan Killelea was back covering. Gets it downfield then to Mark Collins. Touch forces him back the field, but Collins then gets it back the hand pass to Sean Killelea, and Killelea drives it downfield but to no one. The man that was minding the house, and who better than Paul Killelea? Paul Killeen, I should say. Paul Killelea, he's from this parish, isn't he? Up towards John Conroy. That's a hit on John Conroy. Has to be a free in.
Yeah, that could be the break, Sean. The Tynagh Duniry need now just to go forward in front
to restart again. When did they get their last score? Have they gone through a little period without scoring?
Yeah, they got 1 point so far in the second half. That came on 37 minutes from Shane Maloney. So in the third quarter, they've only hit 1 point. It was 1-8 at half time. Carnmore have hit 4 as opposed to Tynagh Duniry's 1 in this third quarter.
45 minutes gone then. Totally different game than the first one. First one was a free-flowing, what was it, 123 to 120?
To 120, yeah.
This one, totally different, Niall. 1-9 to 9 points at the three-quarter stage, but intriguing in a different way, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. Definitely intriguing in a different way, and you know, you're seeing different games here and the way the game is played, and you know, the tactics in the first game was to go out and outshoot the opponent essentially. This one here is, you know, a lot more tactical in the sense that there's players back in defence, they're working the ball out of the lines. You know, it's very, very tense, it's very, very tight. The free flowing hurling isn't there, but all the same, the end goal here is to get into the county final.
Absolutely, 1 point will do. Mentioning 1 point will do. Shane Maloney standing over this free outside the 45 metre line, bending, lifting and striking, took his time, And he puts it straight over the bar. Point number 7 for Shane Maloney, whose contribution, as always, but particularly today, has been crucial for Tynagh. Great catch from the puck out by Carnmore. Sean Killelea onto it, goes back to reclaim it. 110 to 9 points now, Tynagh lead. Killelea turns, gets it into the new look forward line now, and the two men inside. Niall Feeney is fouled, he wins the free. And Niall Feeney is a different dynamic in there as well. I know it's kind of like for like with Danny Cummins initially, who's gone off, but Niall Feeney's gone in there now. Conor Flaherty will take the free, and Tynagh not quite shaking Carnmore off, Niall, is the way you'd put it.
They're not, and in fairness, Niall Feeney did well there to win the free, and Conor Flaherty puts it over the bar. 110 now to 10 points. They're not shaking them off, but every score now is valuable here for either side. Yeah,
110 to 10 points, 47 minutes gone on the clock. Brendan Lynch then to take the puck out, takes his time, gives the signal with the ball in the left hand. Goes to the far side of the field. Ball breaks, hits the deck. Cathal Fahey nearly got onto the man. Has got onto those. John Conroy. John Conroy in the 20-metre line has a strike towards goal. Super score by John Conroy. Excellent point by Conroy. Often one of the spiritual leaders of this Tynagh Duniry team. Lovely score. And suddenly the scoreboard looks a little bit healthier now. 1-11 now for Tynagh Duniry. 10 points for Carnmore. Puck out again to Sean Killelea, who's won it again from that puck out. He has runners going left and right. One of them that he gets is to Ronan Killelea. The Killelea is combining. Off to Collins. Can Mark Collins bring it with him? He couldn't quite. Back to get on the ball is Micheál Power, and Micheál Power comes out of defence, slips a nice pass out to Maloney. Maloney gets away from the would-be tackles, gets it off to John Conroy. John Conroy can't quite go past his man though. Carnmore back on the ball with Kevin Killelea. Kevin Killelea gets it off to Ronan Killelea, who kind of stood to strike, half blocked down. The ball sprays up in the air. Where it'll break, Niall Feeney tries to bring it in. Niall Feeney does well to get it into his hand. Goes back the field with the pass to Sean Killelea. Sean Killelea striking from the 65-metre line, puts it high, puts it over the bar. Sean Killelea has announced his arrival in the intermediate semi-final. Niall will score back to 3 again, 1-11 to 11 points.
Well, he's got onto 3 balls, Sean. He's caught 2 out of the air at wing forward. He's a big man. He's got onto that one. He puts it over the bar, back to 3 again. And as you say, primary possession is huge, and he's well able to win it. He's got 2 points, or he's got 2 balls won for his side, and got that point there as well as Tynagh Duniry come on the attack.
Yeah, from the puck out, it breaks into the path of Niall Maloney. Niall Maloney, that's a super score by Niall Maloney. He broke the puck out into his own path and then had the confidence to take on the shot from obviously 50 metres out. Great score, 112 to 11 points. An interesting stat. Tynagh Duniry have scored 8 goals, now 9 goals in the Intermediate Championship. They've conceded none. Carnmore on the other side have scored 8 and conceded 6. Could the non-concession of a goal for Tynagh Duniry in the last 11 minutes of this half bring them to the county final? That's the question. They lead by 112 to 11 points. They're on the attack again. Ball over very close to the sideline on the far side of the field.
In fairness, John, it's opened up a small bit now. The scoring trends have improved slightly in the last few minutes.
Well, it's do or die now for both teams, isn't it? Aidan Greedish gets on the ball, wants to take on Micheál Power. Aidan Greedish half stood up, but he gets a dangerous ball across the face of the square. Conor Flaherty tries to get onto the ball bounced, but out comes Brendan Lynch, who's been coolness personified. Gets it off then to his cornerback initially. That's Kevin Maloney. And Kevin Maloney then gets it off to John Whelan. John Whelan goes down the field. The ball hits the deck. Who's onto the break ball? Well picked there by the Tynagh Duniry man. That's John Dervin. Hit on a Carnmore man. Not spotted. Ball sprays back. Tynagh Duniry to Shane Farrell. Get on the ball. Goes back to Paul Killeen. Hand pass off then to David Jordan, and David Jordan from the halfway line takes on a shot from out the country that goes to the wrong side of the post and wide. 112 Tynagh Duniry, 11 points Carnmore.
Yeah, you feel Carnmore need a goal of some sort. I know there's 4 points in it. Can they get 4 or 5 points to level the game without conceding between now and then to the play? You wouldn't think so. Could they get a goal at any stage in this game?
Conor Flaherty goes up with Paul Killeen. The ball hits the deck from the puck out. Carnmore will to Aidan Greedish, bearing down a goal. He's pulled down, gets off to Conor Flaherty. Goal into the back of the net. The referee allowed the advantage, and Conor Flaherty takes the pass from Aidan Greedish, and Conor Flaherty in the whisk of an eye sinks the ball into the back of the net. 1-4 now from Conor Flaherty in the second half alone, Niall. 112 for Tynagh Duniry, now 111 for Carnmore. We have hit the 51st minute. Do you know what? We have a ball game.
We have a ball game, and I was saying about 20 seconds before that, could Carnmore get a goal?
Yeah.
Because they probably need one. They probably wouldn't have scored enough points to get back into the game. They've got it now, and in fairness, Aidan Greedish and Sean Killelea Sean, are very big men.
Yes.
And, you know, their power...
And they both made an impact.
They've both made an impact. They're huge men. You know, they're able to win the ball, and they've made a massive impact on the game. Conor Flaherty's come alive in the second half. He's got a goal and 4 points, and it's, you know, delicately poised now, a point between them, 112 to 111, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens. The next score is going to be crucial in this game. If Tynagh Irish go 2 up again, that'll be another big one from their perspective, but you know, it's all to play for now.
Former great hurler from Clymer Daly has asked me to ask someone to sit down out of his way as the ball breaks in the half back line. Carnmore of the numbers back. Ronan Killeen nearly got on that ball. 1 point between them. 58-30 or 51-40 gone on the clock in the second half. Well won by Maloney. Gets it off then to Shane Maloney. Shane Maloney striking, and Shane Maloney, good score by Shane Maloney. Point number 8 for Shane Maloney, but credit the good work by Niall Maloney to win the hard ball, lay the pass off to Shane Maloney. Good point and a needed point, 2 point margin. Yeah,
great score by Shane Maloney. In fairness, he's come up trumps for Tynagh Duniry today, as he's done throughout his career. You know, I think he's got 3 points from play as well as a number from frees, as we see that David Jordan has got over the far side of the field now, but that's 2 point lead again.
Sean Killee, who was, I think that's the third puck out that has gone on down on top of Sean Killee. 2 point ball game, 113 to 111, free in again.
I thought he was going to give a free out, Sean, actually, when the ball went in, but you know, it's a free into Carnmore that's been given. I thought
Power is
a yellow card,
given his view, but he's picked a yellow card.
Yeah, it's going to be a free in, and
those frees being given away by the full back line are given a source of life to Carnmore, aren't they?
They are, and there's a lot of breaking ball going in there now, and you know, Conor Flaherty and Niall Feeney, both of them look very, very dangerous in there, and they're creating chances. Obviously on that occasion I thought it was going to be a free out. Referee has decided it's a free in.
Only 2 on the goal line, Elijah Talk. He wouldn't think about it, would he? No, he wouldn't. He'll pop it over from the semicircle. 5 points added to the goal for one Conor Flaherty, all coming in the second half as Tynagh Duniry goes to the bench again. In comes Pádraig Shield into that defensive line. He'll add a bit of experience to it, Niall. 113 plays 112. Tynagh Duniry by 1. We have 7 minutes of normal time left.
Yeah, he's on. He's a big man too, Sean. And of course, they may that be to curtail the fact that Carnmore have a few very big men up in that attack now.
Gary McHugo seems to be the man that's been called ashore. Puck out goes long from Tynagh Duniry again. Down on top of Conor Jordan, not the biggest man. The ball breaks. Who'll win the break ball? Won by Tynagh Duniry. Good play by them. Back to Pádraig Breheny. It was Niall Maloney who won that hard ball again for Tynagh Duniry. Referee spots an infringement. That's going to be a free in. Niall Maloney has been very involved in winning the dirty ball, hasn't he?
He sure has, yeah. And foul there on Pádraig Breheny results in a free in. Shane Maloney should tap it over the bar, you would think, to put 2 in it again. They're just able to keep that bit in front. You know, they've been able to respond to the goal straight away with a point from Shane Maloney. They'll respond now to Conor Flaherty's with, you would think, another point from Shane Maloney here, and just keeping in front. But it's still, you know, with 6 minutes to go, anything can happen in this game yet.
Yeah, but they seem to know what, or they're doing enough, Niall, aren't they, just to keep that ahead, as you say. But Shane Maloney, every free becomes difficult now outside the 45 metre line. This guy is a quality player. Shane Maloney striking and puts it to the wrong side of the post and wide. Would you believe that?
Yeah.
Pressure does funny things, doesn't it?
Sure does do funny things to people, and in fairness, he has been really, really good today. In fairness to him, but a point between them. You know, be interesting to see if Carnmore can get an equaliser.
On top of Ian Grealish, breaks back to Ronan Killee. Ronan Killee, can he equalise the ball game? It doesn't come in enough. It goes to the wrong side of the post and wide.
I think they thought they were going for Hawkeye there for a second.
The referee is giving it. Noel Quinn is giving it to Ronan Killee. Big call. Ronan Killee has been given the point. The umpire signalled it wide, but Noel Quinn, in fairness, the referee was right behind the track of the ball.
Well, I don't actually think the umpire signalled it wide, Sean, at all. He wasn't too sure what to do. And all of a sudden the decision was made for him, but it's given anyway. The sides are level.
Level 113 apiece. Tynagh Duniry come on the attack again. Niall Maloney, he got one from here a few seconds ago. It sends this one a high ball across the square ball. The goalkeeper is out, but the defending is done by Carnmore. It was done there by Mark Steven, who gets it away. Big pressure being put on by Tynagh Duniry now. John Conroy has gone in. Cathal Fahey's down the ground. John Conroy, that's a super score by John Conroy. Excellent point. He dug it out, and John Conroy put it over the bar. That's his third point of the contest. An important score. Cathal Fahey, I think it's a little bit of cramp he may have got. John Murphy, our cameraman, looks as if he could have a bit of cramp too, despite all the protein he's eating. But anyway, 114 for Tynagh Duniry, 113 for Carnmore. It's livening up, Niall. We have 55:48 played on the clock with the additional time. You could be looking at 7 or 8 minutes here yet.
Yeah, it's been intriguing stuff. Like, and in fairness, Tynagh Duniry answered again. Johnny Conroy has got 3 points. He's the captain of the team. Crucial score there, and all of a sudden they're in front again. 113, 1-114.
Puck out down on top of Paul Killeen. It does well to bat it out. Pádraig Breheny tries to go down the ball for Tynagh Duniry. Carnmore get the numbers inside the 65-metre line on the break ball, but it's won again by John Conroy, showing the leadership. Conroy then has the ball robbed off him, but in comes Pádraig Breheny to back up his captain. Pádraig Breheny looks to be fouled. The referee then gives the free to Pádraig Breheny. Big plays there by Killeen, by Conroy and by Breheny.
Yeah, the Carnmore management in front of us here are not too happy with that decision, but in fairness, their top game guys have come into the game. The ball has been brought forward now, and it's a fairly tap over free now for Shane Maloney.
And there's a lot of yardage for the descent, but the descent could kill you here now, because as you say, what was a free maybe out around the halfway line has now gone well in closer to the 45-metre line, as you say. Shane Maloney, who was off beam with the last free, he will take his time with this one. 114 Tynagh Duniry, 113 Carnmore. Looks like Carnmore could be about to go to the bench again. A youthful look now to this Carnmore team. Looks like Mikey Kalina could be coming in as Shane Maloney stands over this free. Tynagh Abbey Duniry, relegated from Senior B back in 2022. Won the Intermediate Championship last back in 2009. For the Carnmore men, last won this championship back in 1988. But both teams right now just want to get to the final, as Shane Maloney stands over the free outside the 45-metre line, and Shane Maloney strikes it high and puts it over the bar. Point number 9 for Shane Maloney, which Niall, out of tally of 115 is a big amount. 115 plays 113 now. Yeah, Mikey Kalina in 2 good scores there for Tynagh Duniry, in fairness, from the last 2 scores they've got from Johnny Conroy and that one there from Shane Maloney, two of their top performers. Like, they've got 12 points out of the 115 that they have scored so far. As you see Carnmore bringing on a sub. Mikey Kalina is on. Tynagh Duniry are going to the bench as well as Pádraig Robinson is coming in. But 2 between them again. In fairness to Tynagh Duniry, you got to credit them. The Carnmore got back level, had the momentum with them, and all of a sudden Tynagh have got the last 2 points to go 2 in front again. Yeah, Niall Maloney's on the ball again, turns inside, gets it into Conor Jordan. Conor Jordan has a little bit of space. He'll pull off the right hand side. Conor Jordan puts it high and puts it over the bar. Lovely score by Conor Jordan, introduced in the second half, and that's a well taken score, well created score, as Niall said. Into the Tynagh Duniry team now is the experience of Pádraig Robinson. 116 to 113. You'd be impressed with Tynagh Duniry now in the last few minutes. Absolutely, the pressure was put on them. 3 points in, or Carnmore got level, 113 apiece on 55 minutes, and they have answered it with 3 points in a row, and all of a sudden they're 3 in front again, 116 to 113. Yeah. Ball comes back to Kevin Kildare. He's half locked down though. Good work rate by Tynagh Duniry on the far side of the field. John Dervin gets a nice ball inside to Conor Jordan. Conor Jordan, who has come into the game. Pacey operator gets a nice ball out then to Shane Farrell. Shane Farrell on the 45-metre line, striking in and putting it over the bar. Shane Farrell puts it high, puts it over the bar, and suddenly the last 4 points unanswered have come from the men of Tynagh Duniry, and they have built a 117 to 113 lead. Thomas Cogley takes a sharp puck out from his goalkeeper. Carnmore go route 1, long ball in towards Conor Flaherty. Ball breaks it back there again. Coming out to the 20-metre line is Brendan Lynch. Brendan Lynch puts it out, and there will be 4 minutes of additional time, which is loads of time. We've a half minute of regular time as well. 117 plays 113. 4-point ball game. Carnmore being put under pressure, and their own half back line, they're fouled, and Kevin Killalay will take the free, or will leave the free, I think, to Kieran Fahey. 113 plays 117 as the I think he's looking across the field. Kieran Fahey looks straight across the field. He's going for Tom Cogley. Did it go over Tom Cogley's head? Tom Cogley does well to keep it in the field of play, and eventually he gets it out. Tom Cogley is going to take on a strike from the 65-metre line in towards the goal. He's got it. Got it. Tom Cogley has got it. His second point of the day. Credit to Tom Cogley. Kieran Fahey, I say, his heart was in his mouth when he went with that short free across the field of play. It nearly overhit the target with Tom Cogley, who did well to keep it in, but a great point. Now back to 3. Back to 3 again. Yeah, you could see it when it was hit. You say, oh my God, this has gone over his head. It's gone out over the line, and psychologically it would have been huge. But in fairness to Cogley, he did really well to keep it in play. Back to 3 again. Now Carnmore need a goal. There's 3.5 minutes left now in this game, and it's still 3 between them. Interesting, can they get the next score now to put Tynagh Duniry under a bit of pressure? Yeah, 117 plays 114. Ronan Killalay is on the ball. He's fouled inside his own 65-metre line. It's going to be a free downfield for Carnmore. 3 points in it. As Niall said, there'll be 4 minutes of additional time. We played 49 seconds of the first of those 4 minutes. Don't forget, if you're only joining us, no games tomorrow in Galway. Storm Ashley has been the winner, and the Galway County Board has called off all GA games in Galway tomorrow, including the 2 Senior Hurling Championship semi-finals. Declan Walsh, the Carnmore manager, is saying something to Pádraig O'Connell, and Pádraig has to go running to try and implement the plan. The free is going to be taken by the full-back. The full-back is Enda Collins. Enda Collins inside the 65-metre line is going to drop it into the mixing zone. Dangerous ball in around the house. It went all the way over the bar. Goalkeeper deflected it over the bar, did Brendan Lynch. But a fine free by Enda Collins, his first of the day. We're back to 2, Niall.
Back to 2 again, 115 for Carnmore, 117 for Tynagh Duniry, and it's still like it's not over yet. No. Carnmore need the next score, but it looks as if Tynagh Duniry may just have enough done. They've been always able to respond to the scores that Carnmore have scored, and they've done it in the last couple of times. Can they do it again now?
That's the question. Tynagh Duniry win that hard ball out in the midfield sector, come on the attack, trying to fly it in towards Pádraig Robinson. Ball broken nearly into the path of John Conroy, dispossessed though. That could be crucial. Out come Carnmore. Kieran Fahey has the ball in hand, 2 points down, gets the hand pass off then to Kevin Killea, the captain, who goes route one again into the mix of going. 2 men are marking Conor Flaherty. The ball goes over all comers, goes into the goalkeeper, and out goes Brendan Lynch again. Not for the first time today. What did you say? He was a triple jumper. I'll tell you, he's a sprinter, because he's got to the 45-metre line. He's drove up the field looking for John Conroy. 1-E is the call from the Tynagh Duniry men, as the ball is well worked into Pádraig Brady. Pádraig Brady has the shot that goes wide.
Yeah, I think that the Tynagh Duniry fans in front of us knew it directly was gone wide, but there's still a minute to go here.
A minute to go. Conor Flaherty has come to number 12. If the goalkeeper sees him, he's gone shorter, and he's picked. Out. Good ball. He's found Mark Lynn in the middle of the field. Now he goes into the non-Conor Flaherty dominated full forward line. Now it's won by Aidan Grealish. Aidan Grealish tries to take on his man there. That's Pádraig Shield. Pádraig Shield turns him back out the field though. Gets the ball across infield, looking to try to get onto that is Sean Killea. The ball ends up on the ground. Also on the ground there is Niall Maloney. Stalemate situation outside the 20-metre line. 117 for Tynagh Duniry, 115 for Carnmore. Noel Quinn decrees that he will throw it in.
Yeah, still have a minute to go here. I thought Carnmore tried to work a point there, but they didn't. They tried to work the goal, didn't work out. But throw in here on about the 30-metre line, and it's Mark Collins who's going from a Carnmore perspective. And
Kevin Maloney is there.
Kevin
ball
Maloney
goes past all comers, comes out to Niall Feeney. He's on the ground. Ball, I think, is somewhere there around him. Rook again develops. 2-point ball game. 115 Carnmore, 117 Tynagh Duniry. Wow.
I see Ben Moran down the ground there. Looks as if he's praying to see the final whistle will go here from a Tynagh Duniry perspective.
I met a great Kinvara man after the first game, and he said, you know what, Sean, we don't have to check the hearts. We know they're working after the first game. Similar here, and a vital win again by Tynagh Duniry. Niall Maloney gets it off to Pádraig Breheny, and Pádraig Breheny heads for open country. Comes up the sideline. Well blocked down though. Good play by Mark Lynn. Ball goes out over the line. The line ball will be to Carnmore.
4 minutes up. Just will there be one last attack for Carnmore?
It needs to be a goal now.
It needs to be a goal,
Yeah, we played the 4 minutes of additional time. Don't forget, in the first half we played a lot more than the allotted time. As Tom Cogley goes back with the hand pass to Kieran Fahey, and Kieran Fahey goes long again in towards the semicircle area. Ball won by Tynagh Duniry down to Shane Maloney, and he just swivels and sends a huge ball downfield. It's going to go all the way in towards Pádraig Robinson, tries to keep it alive with Enda Collins. Enda Collins does well to win the free and come out.
Yeah, this is going to go the length of the field, you would think. Here we go.
Yeah, Mark Collins. Enda Collins drives a huge ball down again to the edge of the square. Was nearly won by Carnmore. Mikey Kalina got his hand on the ball, but the ball hits the deck. Again, the rook develops on the 20-metre line. Tynagh Duniry have won the last 3 or 4 of these. Again, they're going to win this one. Out comes who else but Paul Killeen. Paul Killeen has the ball in his hands, pushed to the ground. He wins the free. It's probably as good as a score now.
Yeah, that should be it now. You think there's 5 minutes additional time played. In fairness to Tynagh Duniry, they defended fairly well, you know, from those long balls that have been gone in from a Carnmore perspective. But looks as if Tynagh Duniry are going to hang on and get to the intermediate final to play Kinvara in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah, we played 65 minutes. 117 for Tynagh Duniry, 115 for Carnmore. No hurry whatsoever on the free taker. Brendan Lynch to take this. He's in the right corner back position, stand side the field here in Gart. Sends it up the stand side the field, very close to the sideline. Hasn't gone over. Ball runs up along the sideline. Pádraig Breheny. Pádraig may have stepped out over the line, but the ball didn't. Ball breaks in field. Shane Farrell for Tynagh Duniry is vying for possession there with Mark Collins. eventually won by Tynagh Abbey. A hand pass out over the line from John Dervin.
Yeah, he got away with it there. He actually threw the ball out over the line, so it could technically have been a free, but the time is well up. There's 2
We've
minutes.
seen that in 2 big games this year, haven't we?
2 minutes so far to the actual 4 that were said to be on in injury time.
Kieran Fahey goes across to his goalkeeper Mark Grealish on the 45-metre line. He goes route 1 down to the other square. The ball breaks. Who's onto it? Goes past the Carnmore man. Tynagh Abbey are vying for the ball on the 20-metre line again. Another 7 or 8 players from both teams are vying to win that ball on the 20-metre line. 2-point ball game. 117 to 115. Tynagh Abbey lead. Their mettle has been well tested here though by Carnmore. Ball eventually looks like it's coming out. It's in the hands of a Tynagh Abbey man, and one thing that the management of Tynagh Abbey will be happy with how they finished the game. There goes the final whistle. 66:30 played on the clock. It finishes in a win for Tynagh Abbey. 117 for Tynagh Abbey, 115 for Carnmore. At half time it was 1-8 for Tynagh Abbey. It was 5 points for Carnmore. Tynagh Abbey are into their second intermediate championship final in a row. For Carnmore, they will be disappointed with the way this game finished, but they will be happy with the way their year has gone for them. But Niall, in the end, the experience, the craft, and maybe the know-how of Tynagh Abbey got them over the line. They never panicked when Carnmore threw the kitchen sink at them.
Yeah, they never really panicked, and even at the end there, the last 4 or 5 minutes, Carnmore were putting a lot of balls down on top of them there, but they never looked like scoring a goal, Carnmore, because Tynagh Abbey defended really, really well.
And they keep that non-scoring goal record again. Yeah.
Well, Conor Farty did get a goal.
Oh yeah,
so,
sorry, yeah.
117 to 115. They were physically a bit stronger than Carnmore as well. Carnmore probably a bit younger than them, but it was a game effort by Carnmore. But Tynagh Abbey would be delighted going into the final. The fact that they may not have been at their best today, but they're in the final. All the talk might be about Kinvara now and how well they played. But Tynagh Abbey have the objective was to get back to the county final. They're back in the county final, and they won by 2 points in the end, and they'll be happy with that. As we said at the start, it was low scoring for a lot of this game, but it was just a matter of getting over the line, and that's what Tynagh Abbey did. They got over the line, and they're in the county final. And at the start of the year, that's where they wanted to be. They wanted to be playing in the last game of the championship. They're doing that, and that'll be in 2 weeks' time against Kinvara, and that's going to be a real intriguing final now to look forward to.
Certainly is. So the final score then here in Gart at the end of the doubleheader, Kinvara and now Tynagh Abbey will contest the intermediate championship final. Our thanks to John Murphy on camera, to Niall and Andy Cohen for the help right throughout the afternoon. Final score then here in Gart is Tynagh Abbey 117, Carnmore 115.
QFinancial.ie got the price and advice for me.
Pension auto-enrolment will soon be introduced. This means that all full-time workers over the age of 23 earning more than €20,000 per year must contribute to a pension, and employers must contribute. What are those pension entitlements, and is there independent advice available? The Q Financial Pension Team are experienced in advising both employees and employers of the positive and affordable options available for your situation. Call 091 421 900 or log on to qfinancial.ie.
QFinancial.ie.
Based in Clare, Galway, OMA Financial Services Limited, trading as qfinancial.ie, is an authorised independent pension intermediary regulated by the Central Bank of Ireland.
Every single ticket that's sold, 5% of proceeds from that ticket is going to Jigsaw to help us provide free therapy for young people aged 12 to 25 across Galway city and county who are experiencing difficulty with their mental health.
We redefine your relationship with energy, save you money, and get you on the path to a cleaner, greener future. JFW Renewables, your nationwide solar energy specialists. Call us today for a greener tomorrow.
But Mark Collins will take the free. He's been a good free taker. His father Declan, of course, was a fair operator on the half-back
Goes up the sideline, gets it inside. Carnmore using the ball cleverly into Thomas Cogley from about 50 metres out. Thomas Cogley striking into the post at the halfway line, striking into the road end here in Gort. A lovely pointed venue. As Shane Maloney strikes off the right in towards the post, or semi-final, I should say. The point he got to get Galway over the line. Maloney struck it well and puts it semi-final. Usually is a crucial score. Mark Collins striking off the right hand side. The whistle at the 17th minute of the half. Shane Maloney taking his time, bending, lifting and striking the ball. That yellow slither heading towards the middle of the goalpost. Breaks back. Carnmore have possession through Collins. He turns onto his left hand side, and Conor Flaherty and Danny Cummins, a 3-on-2 at that end of the field. Meanwhile down at the other end of the field, Paul Kildare strikes from the 45 metre line. That's a lovely strike.
It's
a turnover ball that Johnny Conroy makes hay, and Johnny Conroy clubs in due course, but the games are off tomorrow as we expected because of that orange weather warning. That's a great strike from the GA game is fixed for Galway tomorrow are off, as Pádraig Breheny gets on the end of a 3-man move, gets the shot away. That's a lovely
great score by him, and he's on it again now, back in his own half-back line.
He is, from the pass from James Fitzpatrick. Maloney striking from inside his own, taking his time outside the 45 metre line. Mark Collins striking, the umpires
and he's very alert in the goals there. He's, in fairness to him, he's very good at coming out and has been very sharp so far for Tynagh and areas.
In Gort, as he gets ready to strike.
More space, and he's getting inside.
Certainly is, as Conor Flaherty takes the free, and Conor Flaherty, that high ball in around the square, gets away from McHugo. Conor Flaherty bends it over. I said was it on 35 minutes where he hadn't scored. He's about to get his third point in the last. Mentioning 1 point will do. Shane Maloney standing over this free outside the 45 metre line, bending, lifting and striking, took his time, shaking Carnmore off, Niall, is the way you'd put it.
They're not, and in fairness, Niall Feeney did well there to win the free, and Conor Flaherty puts
it onto the man. It's gone onto those John Conroy in the 20 metre line has a strike towards goal. Niall Feeney does well to get into his hand, goes back the field with the pass to Sean Killalay. Sean Killalay striking from the 40.
One for his side and got that point there, as well as Tynagh and Duniry come on the attack.
Yeah, from the walk out it breaks into the path of Niall Maloney. That's a super score.
Between now and then to the play, you wouldn't think so. Could they get a goal at any stage in this game?
Conor Flaherty goes up with Paul Killeen. The ball hits the deck from the puck out. Carnmore was to Aidan Greenwich, bearing down a goal. He's pulled down, gets off to Conor Flaherty. Goal into the back of the net. There you go. Well won by Maloney. Gets it off then to Shane Maloney striking, and Shane Maloney, good score by Shane Maloney. Only two on the goal line, I'd talk. He wouldn't think about it, would he? No, he wouldn't. He'll pop it over from the south on top of Aidan Grealish. Breaks back to Ronan Killalay. Ronan Killalay can equalise the ball game. It doesn't come in enough. It goes to the wrong side of the post and wide.
I think they thought they were going for Hawkeye there for a second.
The referee is giving it. Noel Quinn is giving it to Ronan Killalay because Ronan Killalay has been given the point. The umpire signalled it wide, but Noel Quinn, in fairness, the referee was right behind the track of the ball.
Well, I don't actually think the umpire signalled it wide, Sean, at all. He wasn't too sure.
Conroy has gone in. Cathal Fahey's down the ground. John Conroy, that's a super score. Get to the final as Shane Maloney stands over the free outside the 45 metre line, and Shane Maloney strikes on the ball again, turns inside, gets it into Conor Jordan. Conor Jordan has a little bit of space. He'll pull off the right hand side. Conor Jordan puts it high, who has come into the game. Pacey operator gets a nice ball out then to Shane Farrell. Shane Farrell on the 45 metre line, striking in and put field to play, and eventually he gets it out. Tom Cogley is going to take on a strike from the 65 metre line in towards the goal. He's got it. He's got it. Pull back is into Collins inside the 65 metre line. Is going to drop it into the mixing zone. Dangerous ball in around the house. It went all the way over the bar. Another 7 or 8 players from both teams are vying to win that ball on the 20 metre line. 2-point ball game, 117 to 115. Tynagh Duniry lead. Their metal has been well tested here though by Carnmore. Ball eventually looks like it's coming out. It's in the hands of a Tynagh Duniry man, and one thing that the management of Tynagh Duniry will be happy with how they finished the game. There goes the final whistle. 66:30 played on the clock. It finishes in a win for Tynagh Duniry. 117 for Tynagh Duniry, 115 for Carnmore. At half time it was 1.